and we're here with Sarah Garrigan. And Sarah, because you're the executive director of the Watermelon Mountain Ranch Animal Center, you probably know the folks who were on just a second ago.
Yes, Animal Humane. We're all in the same mission of saving lives.
Right, saving dog lives,
Yes.
cat lives, and I think you guys do more than even the dogs and cats out there, don't you?
Those are our primary. We've had pigs on property. We've had goats.
Pigs.
We have wild rabbits.
Do you just find a goat wandering free and somebody and then it ends up at the shelter?
It was just a bad situation for the goat that time. They lived out a long life and they got to move to a farm too, so it was great.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
So how long have you been the executive director of Watermelon? I know you've been there 3 years now?
I have. I've been there 3 years. I've been the director now for just over a year. I love
Excellent.
it.
So you didn't remember my dog.
I didn't know. We were
But
just chatting about that.
My dog did come from Watermelon, and it was one of those things. I think people forget that there is the city shelter, there is the Animal Humane shelters here in kind of Metro Albuquerque, and then you guys in Rio Rancho, and you're kind of like the Sandoval County shelter system.
We are. We have contracts with Sandoval County and the town of Bernalillo for all of their
shelter needs.
So
yeah.
Yes.
And when I went around myself and I was ready for a dog and looking for a companion dog, I just didn't find the right dog, and I wasn't going to just get any old dog just because I wanted a dog. I wanted to find the right dog. And I went to Watermelon Mountain to look at one dog that was cute and fluffy and awesome on the website.
Yeah.
And I'm sure this happens all the time. And we didn't hit it off.
Right.
But this other dog was jumping up and playing. I was like, that's my dog.
That's my buddy right there. That's it.
We went for one little walk around the property, and then you guys did the most cruel thing to me in the whole wide world. You said you can foster her.
Oh, foster! Oh.
And I was like, you guys, I was like, oh, awesome, I'll foster a dog. I don't know if I can foster a dog. I'll take her for a month, and I'll find out how this works out.
Yeah.
And of course,
You're a failed foster.
I'm a failed foster parent of a dog.
I'm a two-time failed foster.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Does it happen often?
Oh, yeah.
I
I may or may not call certain fosters with, hey, look who I have here today.
Right.
Because I know they're going to keep them.
Right.
And it's the best homes ever. So
right.
I'm ashamed.
I dodged phone calls for a week. I was like, I don't want to give the dog back, and I wasn't quite ready to keep him. Finally, my friends and family rallied behind me and my dog, and now. 6 years later, Friday is her 6th. What did you call it? I was going to call it her birthday, but you called it the...
It's her gotcha day.
The gotcha day.
Yes.
I like that. That's when I got her.
Yeah, it's her gotcha day. That's
like
the best
that.
days.
I like that. So how do you guys come... I told the story just the other day on the show, that my dog, when I got her name was Hugs, which is great. I love having a dog named Hugs. Except when I have to yell that across the dog park, Hugs, come here, Hugs! And it didn't quite work, so I had to rename her, and she's now got a great name. So how do you guys come up with those names for the dogs? Because you're not going to name a dog Bitey.
No, or Growly. That's not.
No, Bitey, Growly, Smelly.
So sometimes the dogs, when we work with the Carlsbad shelter, they'll actually come with names. With names already.
Okay.
Our poll last week when we went down to Valencia County and brought back a bunch of dogs, they didn't have names. So we'll sit there and we have the Indiana Jones puppies right now. So I have Indy and Jones and Marion and Short Round.
Oh.
So we'll randomly come up with names that way.
Or just whatever movie you saw last night.
we do movie themes. We'll try to fit it to personalities. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool. Do you know what these dogs' names are here? I'm guessing those are not Short Round.
No, that's Zuko and Rico. There are actually two more of the dogs that came from Valencia County. We took 31 dogs last week.
Oh, wow.
From there. A lot of them with medical issues. That's Miss Gypsy. She went into surgery actually yesterday for a broken leg.
Oh.
Paws crossed, everything goes well there, and she's going into foster. And that's my Rocky.
Oh.
He's a fighter. He's my little survivor dog. He was about to be put down, and he wasn't, and now he's amazing.
And you guys are a no-kill shelter, right?
We're the state's largest no-kill shelter, and it's...
That's got to be tough, because you end up with some dogs that are probably tough to rehome.
Yes.
And that means they're probably tough to have at a shelter as well.
We have quite a few dogs that are... We have some perpetual dogs that will live with us forever. They're they're older,
They're just in the system.
They'll stay with us forever. And we have some dogs that have been with us years. We had one dog that was with us 8 years and still found a home. So we're dedicated.
Yeah.
Regardless of how crotchety or harder to manage, we'll do their behavioral rehab and we'll find them a home.
Very good. That must take a lot of money, a lot of work, a lot of people.
Yes. Yes to all of them. Yes. We couldn't do it without our donors and our volunteers. Right now, one of the volunteers we had, Sherry, she does recovery in the clinic. So she actually gets to help dogs come out of surgery.
Oh.
And
is that her here?
yes, that's with Sherry, with Clara. It's volunteers are our lifeblood. They're what keep us going. Of course, as a nonprofit, those donations also are needed to keep us going as well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I remember when I got my dog, they said when I was at the shelter, they were asking for donations. So what do you need? And at that particular moment, they said, we just need some food right now.
Yes.
And so when I got my dog, I also bought like a 30-pound bag of food.
Awesome.
And apparently that was like one of the best gifts that the shelter could have had.
Yes, dog food, cat food, and kitty litter are the three big. I mean, we go through hundreds of pounds of food a week.
I'm sure.
We have about 85 dogs on property at any given time. 30 cats. That's a lot of food.
Right. That is a lot of food.
A lot of food.
So what do you guys need right now? So you need volunteers and you need money.
Yes, we have.
And people to go adopt dogs.
And people to adopt dogs. The rescue last week, none of the animals were vetted, so we're looking at like $15,000 or $20,000 worth of vet bills that we just incurred for the poll. So any monetary donations, we have a GoFundMe up to kind of help offset some of the cost of the surgeries and Gypsy's broken leg and stuff like that. So we have that on our Facebook page. But otherwise, it's time. I need fosters, people to come out and walk the dogs and play with the cats. It's always real helpful. And then, of course, like I said, like you mentioned, dog food, cat food, kitty litter, collars, toys.
All of that stuff.
All that good stuff.
That's cool. Well, I need to get with you later. We need to get with ideas on how to celebrate My Gotcha Day with Fozzie Bear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got it.
Fozzie Bear's her name now.
It's like a party.
Right?
It's a party for her Gotcha Day.
Right. She will not know it's a party for her. She doesn't
She'll just
care.
Be excited for, extra belly rubs and an extra cookie.
Yeah, she won't know why. She just thinks she was a good dog that day.
It's a good day.
Yes. So we'll be back in a couple of seconds in the morning, Brew. We're going to brainstorm ideas for my dog's birthday.
Gotcha Day, yeah.
Yes. Back in a couple of seconds.